The cauldron that is the bullring. The Wanderers is all set for action here at Pink Day. Had a bit of a wait, but South Africa and West Indies all set to go for the third KFC T20 International live on the high veld. Had a long delay because of lightning, but we're back here. We've got Pollock and Nikhil alongside me as we have a look at the both lineups.
3 changes for the West Indies, and one of the rare times you see a West Indies team with 7 bowling options. That could be handy.
Yeah, for South Africa, George Linder, Lungi Ngidi, and Corbin Bosch get an opportunity in this third encounter.
In all phases of South Africa, won 9 of the 13 Pink Day encounters here at the bullring. We've seen some epic personal performances. The West Indies, they're littered with stars. A great opportunity to come back after losing, particularly that match at Centurion where they got the runs on the board, perhaps felt that they were right in it. Quinton de Kock had other ideas. Listen to the countdown. It's a party at the Wanderers Pink Day 2026 Action Live. Through the gap, and that will race away for 4. West Indies on the board.
Yeah, that's a strength through the offside. Shoaib loves to be able to open up that offside. And a little bit of shape for Lungi Ngidi. Length was pretty good. He won't be upset with that. It's a bit of shape and maybe brings the outside edge into play. They've got a slip in place. Nice seam presentation, but that's beautifully played.
Chatting to the curator earlier, Brendan Frost. Straight to the fielder. Ngidi strikes in the opening over. The first wicket goes down.
That was a brave call by Aidan Markram. He decided to hang in there with the short cover. Often at this format, what you'll do is you'll put all the players onto the ring just to protect the over and get out of there. But you can see where the fielder is positioned. Smith is pretty close in there. And Lungi Ngidi decides to go straighter. Charles tries to chip it over. And South Africa have got their initial breakthrough. Wicket in the first over. Charles goes without scoring, 5 for 1.
Incredible talent, Shimron Hetmyer. When he gets going, he is so hard to bowl at. And South Africa will be aware of the danger he poses.
And huge from Aidan Markram, who, remember the last game, folks, never went to spin in the power play because Hetmyer came at 3. No Keshav Maharaj today, is George Linder. And he believes in the taller man, even with the left-handed Hetmyer there. So Hetmyer's got a decision to make.
Slip in place. Here's George Linder. Finds the gap. Beautifully put away.
Yeah, he's so strong through the offside. I can remember in the match that Linder played against Hope in the SA20, he actually got him out at Supersport Park. He brought everyone up on the offside and said to Shoaib, go over the offside if you please. This time he starts with width, and that's exactly what Shoaib's looking for.
Back to it.
Beautiful pickup from Shimron Hetmyer into the crowd. Oh, I hope that spectator's okay.
That didn't look really good. He was actually making his way down the stairs, and he kind of wiped out as he was trying to get in there to catch it, trying to win the prize of the tickets on last affair. Looks like he stood up now, though. It might have just been some initial shock, but it's a happier picture than we saw just a few seconds ago.
You know, get a physio over there and maybe a concussion test, but a bit too straight. Oh my goodness. I love the enthusiasm.
Here's Maharaj. Over the field in the cover region, and that will go over the boundary for 4.
Yeah, that's what we say about how effective he is to the offside. I think if you have a look at this line, it's probably closer to leg stump than anything else. but still able to get that front foot out the way, and the flick of the wrists takes it over the offside. Brilliant from Hope. Let's have a look at this one. Where's it pitch? Yeah, probably pitches on middle leg stump, but you can see how effective he is at opening that face.
Critical single that, because the last over of left-hand spin, Hetmeyer didn't face a ball. This is the battle, folks. First game, Hetmeyer 1-0. Previous game, Maharaj came
Up and over from Sheho, clears the boundary. Radar tires 6 off the bat of Sheho.
Evidence again, so strong through that offside. That's beautifully played. Once again, giving himself plenty of room. He knows if the length is full enough, he just uses the bat face by opening those wrists. And that's exquisite.
I love the way he gets leg side of the ball, so confidently hit. Back-to-back sixes. This is excellent from a West Indies point of view.
43 for 1 in 4. Remember, he was 12 off 11 at the start of the over, folks. This is the aspect of his game that he's worked on the most in the past 24 months. The ability to hit the accelerator and maximize on the overs with the field up.
I like it from Keshav Maharaj. He was prepared to throw the ball up. He was looking for a wicket. But Sheho held the pose and waited.
Overs aside. That's through. And that will be 4.
That is a wonderful shot. As he went back onto his back foot, I think he was looking to go behind square. And then it just kind of stuck in the surface. But it didn't affect him. But look here, that's dragged down. He goes back and play behind square, and then it just didn't come onto him quick enough. Beautiful roll of the wrists and the placement. Superb.
Markram fiddling with the field. This is a good test for South Africa as well. You think about great tests on how do you balance the aggression.
Shimron Hetmeyer has gone crazy at Wanderers. All he can see is the stands, and all he can see are radar tire 6s.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful shot again. This time backing himself against whatever perceived spin there might be. Sweep, he doesn't get as low as an orthodox sweep. Just helps it on his way. Brilliantly played.
What a way to bring up the 50-run stand. 50 of 22 deliveries. Gets himself up beautifully. Yet another 6 into the crowd. And a 5 over 62 for 1.
Yeah, certainly some bounce there and purchase for George Linder. You have to credit the West Indies, because although the ball has done something out of the pitch, they've still managed to score 62 in the first 5. And how do they now continue this with
up that contest between bat and ball that is paramount to the game? I don't think so. Quinton de Kock very quick to appeal, but isn't that drifting down the leg side? I think that's what George Linder's saying. Well, they're going to review it.
Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets, umpires call. Bongani, stay with your decision. Stand by. Signal now.
Maharaj. Oh, it's a beauty, is it? Yeah, that is a beautiful hit. Off a length. Had to fetch it from wide of off stump. There's a lot of strength in that, as well as the timing.
He'll try and not think it, but I tell you what, Hetmeyer is thinking 6 of them. Each ball. The matchup isn't a favourable one if you're Keshav Maharaj. Smallish ground, thin air, left-hander on strike, and one who strikes it.
Oh, look at that. That has flown, folks.
And you felt this was the over, wasn't it, for Shimron Hetmeyer? Not happy with coming up toe of the bat, but still managing to go all the way. Keshav Maharaj giving this one just a little bit of extra flight. It's that same angle, but much better batting from Hetmeyer, looking to hit straight. Not up the middle, like I said, but all the way.
I didn't get that at all, and look at it go. So Maharaj going to bowl over. Oh, hello, come see the white ball fly! Three in 4 balls.
He'd have felt there might be some respite against the right-hander with the ball turning away from him. But both these men, Hetmeyer and now Hope, just looking to the fence and must get it away.
That's out. Yeah, they're very good. Catching in the deep, the South Africans. You don't want to hit it with these guys. They got safe hands. Crowd love it.
A brave delivery from Keshav Maharaj's ball before going for 6. Again, gives it a little bit of flight. It's the length for me that is so good. Pulls it back ever so slightly. Toe of the bat again. And a good catch from Corbin Bosch on the boundary. But that's a superb knock from Shea Hope. He goes for 48. West Indies 91 for 2.
Rovman Powell now. We haven't actually seen the very best of him. He can clock it, that is for sure. Oh, I'd love to see a fella in a cap or a baseball cap type thing. Both of them there bareheaded. Well, not bareheaded. One's bareheaded and the other's got a cap on.
Oh yeah, that's a biggie. That's a proper hit. By any standards, on any ground.
What a strike that is from Powell. Second ball gets the short one from Kwena Mapaka. And my goodness, this is straight out the middle of that bat. All the way almost into the chain rooms. 96 meters, that is a proper shot.
Got his helmet back on and he turned it into a gladiatorial moment. At the non-strikers then, 3 dots. And he can't get on strike. That's 6. That's a bad ball. Beautifully picked up, yes, but that'll infuriate Mapaka after what he's done with those 3 in a row. That's a mistake.
It's good batting, this. Just have a look at Powell. Shift onto that offside, because each one has sort of gone against him with the way he's trying to swing and gone across him with the angle. Goes into that line to make it then I can be inside it and work it leg side, and he's struck that well.
Yes, this should be caught. Oh, it will be, surely. Oh, yeah. Nice judgment out there from Brevis. Rothman Powell is done for, and the ball ring's loving it, I tell you.
There's a quicker delivery this time from Mapaka. It's the right shot for Powell, middle up in the ring. Have to say, good field placement from Aidan Markham, captain. You can see what he was trying to do, maybe trying to look to overhit it. Getting the outside half from Brevis. Taking another simple catch on the boundary. Short stay for Powell. He goes for 13, 104 for 3.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's going for 6. Because if he can get bat on it, he nearly always does. He is a brilliant talent. No bad thing to have him further up the order. 48 he's made in 22 balls. They did go at 12 and over. It's 114 for 3 from 10.
Well, that unfortunately is the danger of bowling the Yorker at the death. If you don't land it, the batters these days are so good at hitting the low full top.
That's the target for South Africa, the duck for 3. They plundered 96 runs in 4s and 6s, 12 6s on the West Indies. That man on your screen, Quinton de Kock, loves turning on the magic, particularly at grounds he knows well. We saw that at Centurion, highest T20 international score, 118. Aidan Markham put on a show in Powell. Both these batters, you'll know, had a solid start here. Really set South Africa up for a win, which would secure a 3-0 series whitewash.
actually think this is good for South Africa and the West Indies, because you never know what circumstances you're going to face in the World Cup, and you might
Crowd have been patient and in support of Pink Day. Proteas and West Indies battling for breast cancer awareness. They had some weather disruptions. They've hung around. Good to get action underway again. The target 125. Classic looking player, Aiden Markram. Crowd roaring, but the ball flies up here in the high veld.
Yeah, for West Indies there may be a case of deja vu. Quinton de Kock got off the mark with a very similar boundary at Supersport Park. That time he tried to carve it away to the leg side with the leading edge and popped over for a 4. He starts in a similar way.
And over the fielder, it's racing away to the boundary. It will be 4. The crowd are loving this.
And having been shortish, short of a link with the slower ball, whichever ones he's going to bowl now, he's not going to bowl into the pitch, because then he'll get called because it'll go too high. So it's a bit fuller, and de Kock can look down the ground.
Yeah, those runs, they're easy to come by. Up and over the slip area. Yet another boundary. It's a big over this for South Africa so far. 13 from the over, 1 ball to go.
I'll be interested to know what bat he's batting with. Is it Devil Brevises, or has he gone back to his own? Because this one's finding the edges, not really off the middle. He's picking up boundaries, but on a similar vein that he did the other night. He won't be minding at this stage.
Now that's a clean hit. Who's catching this? Rain and Tires 6 appreciated by the Wanderers faithful.
Makes it 19 off the first over. Just a little bit of shape into the arc and just helps it on its way. Quinton de Kock. He's in such good touch. He's seen this ball so early. The asking rate originally was 12 and a half.
You as the batter.
This is up in the air. Who's got the catch? Akil Hussain holds on to that, but that could have been a nasty collision. West Indies have a breakthrough.
Yeah, lots of smiles now. There could have been some pain and some serious issues. There's that delivery Tommy's talking about. That's the one that isn't the in-swinger. And it grips in the surface. Markham's thinking I can carve it away the leg side. Edmeyer gets the ball snatched out of his hands. Akil Hussain says, I'll do my own catching. Thank you very much. Markham goes for 2, 23 for 1.
As expected, tinkering with that batting lineup. Devil Brevisin at 3.
Yeah, I think this has to do with left-hand, right-hand combination. I think Quinton de Kock had got out. Brian Rickleton would have come. But Brevis has been in good touch as of late. And South Africa were hoping he hits the ground running here today.
Bunted down the ground for 4. Quinton de Kock, he's having a time of it in international cricket again.
The tallest man at short on there is Jason Holder, and cleared him comfortably. Going against the sprint. commitments.
Tries to catch it. Rodman Powell on the boundary. Excellent grab. West Indies will breathe a sigh of relief. It's all about taking wickets, keeping the pressure on the home side. They picked up a big fish.
What he does really well, Gudakesh Moti, is that he varies his pace. It sucks many batters in, and they think they're getting the measure of him, but the ball's not quite there some of the time. And with the fielders out there, they help him, as they did that time. Quinton de Kock, the dangerous de Kock, gone for 28 and 34 for 2.
Givo Brevis tries to go big, and he succeeds. The crowd roars at Wanderers. Every six brings charity money to the Pink Fund.
Yeah, I think Ross and Chase will be wanting him to hit to the leg side because it's such a big boundary that side. He's gone for that cricket delivery. That was 109 kilometres per hour. He's just trying to get underneath the bat of Brevis, who cuts across it, didn't get it anywhere near the middle. Over the tall holder, and then away for the first maximum for Givo Brevis.
Givo Brevis clears the ropes for yet another six. Raider times 6,000 rand from Castle Lager to charity. 50 for 2 after 5 overs.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Better part for the bat, and is a cleaner strike. He hasn't hit it cleanly from the time he's come in, and that perhaps can unlock whatever it is that's blocking him currently, and he can get on his way. South Africa certainly
Not when you got guys trying to take you down.
Went wide. Rickleton went wider, and it's got enough to beat the strong hand of Rodman Powell.
Hits one on the left side, hits one on the offside. Brian Rickleton, he is in some serious form. Again, I don't think this was up the middle of the bat. Watch the flow. Beautiful, releasing the hands. His heart would have been in his mouth for a second, but another six.
Rickleton's very rarely up and out of a shot. Just like that slog sweep. Every
Fielders there this time, and he takes it. It is Moti who celebrates last. Silence at Wonders.
And Akira Hussain just came across and had a word with him before that delivery. He had a big celebration once that catch was taken. Maybe telling him to bring that length back and skid it on. Rushing Rickleton. And he knew straight away he was in trouble, in the safe hands of Jason Holder. Yet again on the boundary, he takes a good catch.
Oh dear. It's a worry now. 62 for 3.
One hand has come off the bat. Brevis hasn't got this, but it will take some catching. And superb from the West Indies. Rodman Powell, Jason Holder, well done.
It's good work from Rodman Powell, but you have to take your hats off to Jason Holder for getting there in support. Moti doing all the damage, 3 for 17 in these 2 overs. And Givo Brevis trying to go downtown. It's the length again that is so good, but look at the work of Holder. Powell does extremely well, knows the boundary line is there. And Holder to back him up. That's a seriously good piece of fielding.
That's great tag. Really is. It's quick thinking, and then it's calm execution. And Brevis kind of knows, doesn't he? That's really good. Pleasure to watch it. 6 gone, 63 for 4.
In, go wide. It comes off this man's back differently when it finds the middle. They are getting a show tonight at the Wonders.
George Linder can seriously pack a punch when he gets hold of it. He's got no time to waste here, and this is what he loves to do. Short ball, bottom half of the bat, and still manages to go halfway up those bleachers. An unclean catch in the crowd.
That is supreme positioning from George Linder. He is loved by the South African people and the coach. 77 for 4.
Don't know about every ball short in the over. I think you have to keep the batsman guessing a bit more than that. It was
threw a lot of spin at him during the SA20. That was a shot of conviction.
Gets into such a good position, does Jason Smith. The feet, very, very good. It's that nagging length that Hussain does bowl. But look how quickly he gets into position, rocks back, releases the hands, and pierces the gap perfectly. Good start to the over for the Proteas.
Johnson Charles would have felt he was in and able to stop that. It just continued to race.
The top position again from Jason Smith. He hits the ball so hard. Trajectory that he hits it at gets it a skid off the deck. As you said, Nikhil, Johnson Charles looked like he was going to get there, but with the power that Smith possesses. Another boundary.
All orthodox deliveries.
Class. And such good batting from Jason Smith. Anything that Nikhil Hussain's gone straight, he's put away. This time going wide, has a change in the field. What I appreciate about this, he's waited for it perfectly, using the pace of the bowler. He knows if he finds the gap, it's another boundary. A very good piece of batting.
He can't. This is why Jason Smith was picked for the Proteas. He's box office.
It's that same position that he gets into so quickly. Misses his length ever so slightly. Look how low he stays. And helps himself over mid-wicket. This is a good over.
He gets there. Incredible from Ruston Chase. Could this be another turn and twist?
Silence falls on the Wanderers. This is a very good catch from Chase. Persisting with that wide area is Jason Holder. The outside half of the bat. Chase moves so well to his right and takes a very good catch.
They're just checking to make sure that it's a fair catch. Umpires are happy. George Linder going for 17, 100 for 5. Tristan Stubbs, you are something else.
shades of Newlands. SA20 final, off the back foot, consecutive sixes at the start of the final over of the match to secure it in favour of the Sunrisers Eastern Cape. And here he is again at the Wanderers in a different shirt, smacking it out of the park.
If you ever need an example of the perfect pull shot, this is it. Waits beautifully for the slower ball, extends the arms, and I tell you what,
he will squeeze it away into the gap somehow, some way. How does that affect the psyche of Shamar Joseph?
and this is why he was picked, Jason Smith. This is where he's at his best, at the end of the innings, when he needs to clear the boundary. Ball before misses out, this time helping himself. Look how quick the hands are yet again. Important boundary for the Proteas now. Pressure back on the bowler.
So Smith's got right back and used the depth of the crease there to change the length of the ball. If he had stayed in a normal popping crease stance, that would have been almost Yorker length.
Gone! Massive moment! Shamar Joseph, it's him again!
You can't buy pace, you just said. That is a fast Yorker. It's a brilliant bit of bowling. That's a young talent. To get that dead right under that pressure, that's terrific.
Yeah, massive character from Joseph. Middle stump out of the ground. Perfect Yorker. Pressure, what pressure, Nikhil? 15 matches, I don't need that. Nails it. And Jason Smith goes for 26. 116 for 6.
Rodman Powell puts it down, but critically, they get back for 3. No, it's 2. Calm down, Nick. It's 2. But it does mean Mark Nicholas, Chris Morris. Another 6 means something.
And in the process, Coleman Bosch break.
Whatever happens this ball, Shamar Joseph has bowled an excellent over. This will give West Indian fans hope. Final delivery. Anti-climax. If there was ever a game to tell you the story about cricket in South Africa, it is right here. South Africa take the series, the West Indies win the 3rd. What a game. Pink day. Yet again you deliver.
And the applause around the Wanderers because they understand what a game they have witnessed. Shamar Joseph